Coming up, coronavirus in the Quad Cities, where another person has now tested positive. Plus, a gas station in the Quad Cities held up at gunpoint, where police are investigating. Local 4 News at 4 begins right now.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News at 4.
We are so glad to have you along today. Good afternoon. I'm Ann Sterling.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Andy McRae. Thank you for joining us today for Local 4 News at 4.
If you stepped outside of your house today, you really needed to bundle up, whether you're just walking the dog or just going around the neighborhood trying to get out and get some fresh air.
It was a chilly start earlier. Temperatures, though, they're still struggling a little bit out there. Now getting a bit of help from some sunshine. A nice little bonus for us here late this afternoon. And the satellite and radar shows just for some parts of the area, the sky's kind of clearing up a little bit. That includes the Quad Cities, so it is good to see a little bit of sunshine, even if it is hazy sunshine. The average high is 53. Just now we finally have made it up to 47 in the Quad Cities, and that is with the help of the sunshine over the last hour or so. Here's my forecast. First, partly sunny this evening, close to normal here later on tonight, and the sun will come up tomorrow a little before 7 a.m. More sunshine in the Wednesday forecast, and if you're ready for a bit of a warm-up, you're going to like the details of your local pinpoint forecast for Wednesday.
Looking forward to that, Andy. Thank you. Let's turn now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic with new cases here in our area. We begin in Rock Island County, where this afternoon the health department is now confirming a second person has tested positive there. He is a man in his 70s. He is being treated at a local hospital. There is no other information right now being given. Elsewhere in the area on the Illinois side, Whiteside and Joe Daviess County still have one case each. Also developing at this hour, news that work on the new I-74 bridge has been halted. It's stopped after a worker has tested positive for the coronavirus. This right now, a live look at the bridge. Ironworkers Local 111 tells Local 4 News Lunda Construction has stopped work until further notice. Illinois is reporting 250 new cases from yesterday. That's in a 24-hour period. That makes a total of 1,535 for the state. 4 more people have died. They include a man from Chicago in his 50s, 2 people from Cook County in their 60s, and a person in DuPage County in their 90s. That brings the total deaths to 16. Iowa is reporting 19 new cases of coronavirus since yesterday. There's 124 now who have tested positive in the Hawkeye State. Muscatine County is reporting 2 more cases, both older adults. That's 5 total now for that county. Cedar County is reporting its first case of the coronavirus, also an older adult. And now let's take a look at the global impact. More than 409,000 people have tested positive for the virus worldwide. More than 18,000 are now dead. China again has had the most cases of any country. Italy has seen the most deaths, with more than 6,800 right now. The United States follows with the 3rd most positive cases, with more than 50,000. More than 600 people have died right here in the United States. We continue to talk about schools. They might be closed, but that is not stopping them from still serving food to their students. So many local students rely on school meals. With schools being closed right now for the time being, they won't be getting those meals. So local school districts like MOLINE are setting up and stepping up so that meals can be picked up. Students or parents can get a bagged meal. The bag contains lunch for that day and breakfast for the next morning. For the schools, it is a simple way to help during uncertain times.
We want to provide continuity for our students as best as we can, and providing those meals just relieves one stress for the parent and ensures the child that they're going to have some nutrition every single day.
All students are eligible for these meals. The pickup site for MOLINE and Cove Valley schools are open weekdays from 10 o'clock in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. They intend to keep those hours as long as they can. So if your child goes to a different school district, go ahead and check their website for those pickup times. Genesis Health Systems has opened a second mobile sample collection site, this one located at the Genesis Healthplex on 28th Avenue in Moline. People who are referred by their doctors can be tested for the coronavirus, flu, or strep throat, and they don't have to leave their cars. Genesis has another site at Northwest Boulevard and 53rd Street. Both are open from 8 until 8. This is Monday through Friday. Also open on the weekends from 9 until 4:30 on Saturday and Sunday. Hy-Vee is hiring right now, this to meet the surge in demand for groceries. The company says it's looking to fill multiple temporary part-time hourly positions in stores in 8 states. That includes Iowa and Illinois. The hires will help with restocking as well as cleaning and sanitizing. Visit Hy-Vee's website if you are interested in this. President Donald Trump says he wants the United States open for business by Easter. That is less than 3 weeks from now. Meanwhile, a deal between the Trump administration and Congress on a massive rescue package to cushion the economic blow could be hours away. Skylar Henry on Capitol Hill right now with more.
We have to open this country up.
President Trump, answering questions during a Fox News town hall, said he wants to get Americans back to work.
We can socially distance ourselves and go to work, and you'll have to work a little bit harder. You can clean your hands 5 times more than you used to.
The president's comments come as the number of cases of the coronavirus in the U.S. surpassed 45,000 Tuesday. Several members of Congress are calling for a national 2-week shelter-in-place order.
You're going to lose a number of people to the flu, but you're going to lose more people by putting a country into a massive recession or depression.
In the same town hall, Vice President Mike Pence called New York the epicenter of the crisis and said thousands of ventilators are being shipped from the national stockpile. The vice president also said he's hopeful therapeutics will be available to treat the virus later this spring. Meanwhile, the FDA announced it is taking action to allow imports of more protection equipment for healthcare workers and centers.
President Trump touted his administration's work with Congress as lawmakers on both sides of the aisle pushed legislation to help soften the economic and health impacts of the coronavirus pandemic.
The Senate and the administration say they're close to a nearly $2 trillion Phase 3 coronavirus stimulus bill.
Last night, I thought we were on the 5-yard line. Right now, we're on the 2.
Folks at home don't need we're close. They need this done.
The proposed bill will put checks directly in the hands of many Americans, provide more funding for health care needs and unemployment insurance, and give loans to businesses large and small. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Top White House coronavirus response expert Dr. Deborah Birx says testing is expanding and the U.S. will surpass South Korea in testing efforts after today. A Silvis business owner is not exactly giving the shirt off his back, but he is giving away a lot of t-shirts to help other businesses. The owner of QC Custom Tees says that he will give free shirts to local businesses so they can turn around and then sell them to make some cash. He says he will do whatever he can to help his community.
We were all getting together, talking about the jobs we had upcoming, and we started talking about how we really need to help the community with some sort of a project. So we came up with the idea of, since the bars and restaurants weren't able to be open to the public and how much money they're missing out on.
More than 40 bars and restaurants have reached out and are now selling those shirts. Moving on to other news right now, Davenport police are investigating an armed robbery that happened earlier this afternoon. They were called to the Stop and Shop on West Locust Street just after 1 o'clock. Police say a man showed a gun and demanded cash and then took off. Local 4 News was there on the scene as police were searching for the robber, who right now is still on the run. Davenport police, meantime, are looking for those involved in a hit-and-run crash in a stolen car. Police were called to the crash around 9:40 last night. This was at 37th Street and Mississippi Avenue. Police say after 2 cars collided, the people inside the stolen one then took off. We can tell you right now, nobody was hurt. Police say the car was stolen not far from where that crash happened. All right, let's talk about your weather right now on a Tuesday. Let's check back in with Chief Meteorologist Andy McCrae to talk about the sunshine finally making an appearance. Andy.
Even just for a few hours this afternoon, we will take it. A nice little bonus. Still on track for some sunshine coming up tomorrow, too. Check out the almanac numbers and I'll let you know when things are going to warm up. And we'll be back up above normal here in the near future. I'll tell you when that happens in just a couple of minutes. Your local pinpoint forecast next on Local 4 News at 4.
WHBF is local for you with Ann Sterling and Chief Meteorologist Andy McCrae. This is Local 4 News at 4 in high definition.